Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivas Adi Gaura Bhaktivinoda.
Oh, battery slow.
Hare Krishna. Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Dandavats, Mahārāj.
Okay.
Dandavats, we can hear you perfectly well.
Okay, I do have computer problems this morning. So I'm using the mobile phone. So kindly excuse. Okay, wonderful. We're seeing Govinda Dham, a beautiful temple in Yukai, the tiny little village now made famous all over the world. A beautiful big temple by the little village of Yukai in New South Wales in Australia. So that is the main picture that I'm seeing on the screen. And we are joining there because it's the Vyāsa Pūjā, and they're having the first big Vyāsa Pūjā event around the world in some homes already in New Zealand, perhaps. They're 1 hour ahead of you. They may be having some program also, but in one of the main temples, and this is the first temple on planet Earth that's going to be celebrating in a grand way the Vyāsa Pūjā of Srila Gurudev. So, dear devotees, first of all, let us do as we do, have an auspicious invocation, even it's an auspicious invocation just to bring up the name of Srila Gurudev. So, first of all, Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda, Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki jai. And let us begin. Can you just give a thumbs up? Is everything sounding okay? Because everything's sounding okay. Okay. And excuse the dark. It's out of necessity. We have a temple full of devotees. And so I don't want to wake everybody up because it's not 11 a.m. or whatever time it is there with you now. It is a little earlier, like 3 a.m. here in Italy where I am. So, dear devotees, first of all, let us give our obeisances to each other. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. And just 3 verses, Vandeham, Om Gyan, and Namo Mahavadanya. 3 verses to start us today. Oh, and Srila Gurudev's Pranam Mantra. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Pada Kamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitangscha. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Jaina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goratvijay Namaha. Gurbhavista Supurkam Guru Ganaya Shisha Shambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipunam Shri Rupa Pantanugam Govinda Vidham Ujvalang Varatanang Bhaktyanvitang Sundarang Vande Vishwa Gurung Cha Divya Bhagavat Prem Nohi Bija Pradam. And to Guru Mahārāj, Srila Gurudev would want Devam Divyatanam Sachandavaranam Balakachalantritam Sanjananda Puram Sadekavaranam Vairagya Vidyambudyam Sri Siddhantanidim Subhaktamasitam Sarasvatanambaram Vandetang Shubhadam Madakesharanam Nyashishvaram Sridharam. Jai Shri Rupanup Guru Vaga Ki Jai, Jai Shila Gurudev Om Vishnupad Shila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj Ki Jai, and Jai Shila Guru Mahārāj, Shila Guru Mahārāj Shila Bhakti Rock of Sridhar Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj Ki Jai. And Jai Srila Gurudev's Shri Vyāsa Pūjā Ki Jai, the grand worldwide festival for worldwide Guru, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj Ki Jai. So, a very auspicious beginning to the day that we can join the dear devotees in the dear temple of Govinda Dham in Australia. And there in Australia, it is the only place I've been with Srila Gurudev outside of India on his Vyāsa Pūjā. And that was the Vyāsa Pūjā of the year that Srila Gurudev installed Mahaprabhu there in Govinda Dham. And that Vyāsa Pūjā, somebody there can remind me or remind us all, that Vyāsa Pūjā, it took place, was it Christmas Day or almost like this? It was almost Christmas Day. And I think it wasn't exactly Christmas Day, but one day later or before, or 2 days later or before. Very similar to this year.
Yes.
Day before?
It was the day before Christmas.
The day before Christmas?
It was the
The day before Christmas.
I don't know, Mahārāj.
Everyone was celebrating Gurudev's birthday
And Gurudev gave presents to the children,
all over the world.
like
He
Santa
became
Claus.
Santa Claus.
And he gave gifts to all the children. And Nadia is here, and then she grabbed onto Gurudev's neck and didn't stop cuddling him. She's over here, Premadas's daughter.
Maybe she'd like to say a few words. Does she have some memory of that day?
You remember?
But you have to come a little closer to the microphone because we can't hear, or I can't hear. I'm only in a distance. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hare Krishna.
I remember giving him a big cuddle and not letting go, and everyone was kind of laughing.
Beautiful. Well, maybe you never have let go. You're still holding on to Srila Gurudev's neck and his transcendental form. Always hold on to his form. Very beautiful.
There's a beautiful photo that captured the moment, so I'm very lucky to have that.
Jai. Right, this is the age where we do have photos, we do have videos, we do have recordings, which can definitely help jog our memory. And I know myself, sometimes I see a photograph or I watch a video and we're directly there with Gurudev. But if we hadn't seen the photo or watched the video, the substance, that means remembering, more or less exactly what took place. We might remember a few things, but so much more comes back by watching the video, hearing a recording, etc. So do take advantage of all of these things which are, these treasures which are left for us from the past, which bring the past very much to the present, because we don't want to lose those memories and those teachings, those examples. So Govinda Dham is a super special place. It's the place built by the devotees, made manifest by the devotees in service to Gurudev. And what better offering to Gurudev on his Vyāsa Pūjā than to offer him a purpose-made ashram, large place, and offering the content of the ashram, which means the devotees' hearts, to Srila Gurudev. And we're always hearing Srila Gurudev, like almost you can say famous for saying it is heart-to-heart transaction. And it's not just words, but really it was the relationship of the devotees with Srila Gurudev. And we have devotees there in Australia who will be happy to say and give some of their stories of how they came to Gurudev. And Hari Mohan Prabhu is one of them, your dear lawn mower, Hari Mohan Prabhu. He told me very heartily about when he came to Gurudev. First of all, he was more or less taken there by his friends. Was this Anadi Krishna Prabhu and others? But I maybe don't remember exactly who it was who sort of took him there and said, "Oh, you've got to come and meet this sadhu. He's this devotee. He's come." And Hari Mohan said, "Oh, okay, I'll come along with you." But he told me that from the entrance of the hall where Gurudev was giving his talk, he was sitting at the end, so that when he opened the door and entered, when Hari Mohan Prabhu opened the door and entered, when he looked down the hall, then he saw this like special figure of Srila Govinda Mahārāj, and his heart was melted. And he went there, maybe a little skeptical or a little duty bound, because his mates, because it's Australia, so their mates were going there. But when he saw Gurudev, there was an immediate heart-to-heart transmission, even without any like one-on-one discourse. So Australia, you have not only one, you've got many like first-hand accounts of the heart-to-heart, not only transmission, but bond of guru to disciple. Hare Krishna. But today is the day for Gurudev's disciples to say something, and I'm speaking a little bit on behalf of a devotee there. But I can just say from myself that from the morning after we arrived in Navadip, we arrived in Navadip in the evening time. So it wasn't, not late evening, but evening. And it wasn't the time to go to see Guru Mahārāj, especially when we've never met him before, and there's a right time to go to meet Guru Mahārāj, and there's a right time to go to meet Srila Gurudev too. So the very first time I came to Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, we arrived in the evening, but next morning, then by Gurudev's grace, Govinda Mahārāj's grace, we got to have early morning darshan with Srila Guru Mahārāj extensively, and then breakfast prasadam was the first prasad I remember at the mat. I'm not sure if we had it in the evening or not, but with this elegant figure of really young, my impression of Gurudev was like young, sprightly, lively Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Mahārāj, managing the distribution of prasadam to us few devotees who were there. It wasn't a big gathering, but it was us, a few devotees who were on the veranda underneath Guru Mahārāj's veranda upstairs, where many of you know Sripad Aranya Mahārāj, who at that time was Krishna Sharan Prabhu. That's where Aranya Mahārāj would stay, where he'd do his accounting. He was doing accounting for the temple for so many years, and where he would restring beads, etc. On that veranda, that's where we had prasadam. But Gurudev was not speaking much English at that time, but by gesture, he's asking everybody if they want more of this or more of that, and with that gentle, smiling, beaming face of Gurudev, caring for everyone. So that was my first knowing kind of impression of Srila Gurudev and his nature. And from there on, we know Srila Gurudev's heart was so big that he had room for the whole world, just be. So please, my screen is very small because I connected on the computer, but then something isn't going on the computer well. I'm not quite sure what happened, but I'm on the phone. So I've got a small screen and I'm in the dark a little bit. So it's a little difficult for me to see, and it doesn't go bigger in Zoom when I pinch out. So, Sumangala Prabhu, can you volunteer? Somebody, there is a Nadi Krishna Prabhu there.
Yes, Nadi Krishna is
Yes,
here.
and not, yes,
Right here. Right here.
Jai.
God.
And it's not only dark, I don't have my specs too. Oh, Anadi Prabhu, oh, you look ever young. They're just the Anadi I know. Look at that.
Yes.
Say something. Huh?
Okay, yes. Now the audio is better. I'm mentioning Anadi Krishna Prabhu. Everybody is special, but this whole dham is an offering to Anadi Krishna Prabhu by all the devotees, no doubt. But Anadi Krishna Prabhu is the kingpin, the main devotee to manifest Govinda dham. And we've seen Gurudev's pleasure and joy at the dham's manifestation, and then in due course of time, I'm the witness to Anadi Krishna Prabhu making the altar, part of the altar area, because Gurudev sent me, myself and Purnananda from India, maybe a week or 10 days before he came. And when we came to just help set the scene for Gurudev's arrival. But I'd been in India for some years, and we do have carpenters in India, but they take forever to do the smallest job, to make wooden trays, to make wooden drawers or anything. It takes like 2 carpenters, 2 weeks, to do these things, because they're getting the wood, they're sawing the wood, they're planing it by hand, they're using a chisel and mallet to make the joins and all these things. And then when I came to Australia and I saw that Gurudev had given some instruction about the way that the altar would be, and so they needed to make a rail perhaps. I don't recall exactly what it was, but something so that the altar will stick out from the wall a little bit. I don't know the exact details. But then I'm thinking, oh, so this is a lot of work to do in time for the installation and Gurudev's arrival, his Vyāsa Pūjā. But there I saw an Adi Krishna Prabhu with electric tools, just going, and then, one piece of wood is already flat, got the joins in the side, and then really a craftsman at work. And then we heard about how the whole of that ashram there where they are, Govinda Dham, how the whole building was made, by Anadi Krishna Prabhu and heading the team, but Anadi Krishna Prabhu making everything very expertly. So Prabhu, first of all, please, a few words from you, Prabhu, for the whole world to hear about Vyāsa Pūjā.
Yes, Mahārāj. Maybe not so much about the dham here, but about meeting up with Gurudev when about nearly the same time as you went, and we came with Rajaballabha and others, and Madhura Krishna, we came, and at that time, Gurudev was just moving around, helping everybody, well, like you say, not speaking any English or much, but I remember him being the conduit to people to get to see Mahārāj so sweetly and nicely, and make it possible. And he was there as servant, and my great memory is that when he came then to Australia, he actually came as a humble servant, not as the big guru. And that was beautiful for us to see. He was putting all that thing that was going to him, he was putting it to Mahārāj, and that was very, very nice to see. He was just starting to come out, and acting like we were his god brothers or so on and so forth, that was a bit scary to try and comprehend. But we never saw that. There was a group here who saw, here's our master, like that, and one that for people like myself who had been with Śrīla Prabhupada and Guru Mahārāj, Guru Dev made it possible to be close and to know him, and that was very special for people who sort of been a little bit on a long string, not having that intimate association. And then Guru Dev came and he was open for everybody, and nice. So when we did Govinda Dham, it was from our heart. We just, so we're going to just do this, and that band of men that were behind me helping in all manner of ways, that was Guru Dev's being the glue to the old brothers to bring them together. We had our moments, but he kept us together, and and this manifested by his grace. This manifests, and some of us just being the puppets doing the necessary, beautiful experience. Yes, Mahārāj. Anyway, lots of people here that have had lots of experiences with Guru Dev. They should say their thing.
I remember when Guru Dev first arrived at Sri Govinda Dham, when the temple had manifest, not the first time he came before there was a temple, and when it was just bare land, and the Rotunda was there, right? The Rotunda was there, and that was the first visit. The second, when he come and the temple building was here, when he walked up the stairs, and he walked up the stairs and he held both of his hands on the walls for a very long time with so much love that he could feel that all the devotees had offered this to him. And he spoke for days what a beautiful miracle of the love of the devotees has built Sri Govinda Dham. But while he was holding the temple was very moving to see. And then also there was some trees, citrus trees that Radha Madhava had planted, and he would walk around and he would hold the tree's hand, touch the leaves, massage the leaves, and he was in connection with so much more than we could understand. But it was so beautiful to witness. And at Sri Govinda Dham it's just a very holy, special place, and I have such sweet memories. I'm going to pass you over to Mohan and Hari Mohan, the Mo brothers.
Aha, Hari Mohan Prabhu is there. Prabhu, the screen's so small I couldn't see you. Jai. First hand, first heart. Yes.
Well, I've one thing to say. When Mahārāj first came after being hypnotized, maybe 1 second time when temple was going to be built, and then temple got built, and then he came. So we drove around. He couldn't believe how big it was. Because he measured out, he walked it out, right? Just this room. He didn't take the verandas, and man, he was just so surprised. And man, the cheer on his face was just like, wow, what's happened here? He couldn't believe how big it was. And one other thing, like you're talking about, when I first met Guru Dev, I came from the other side of the road actually, and I came over. I knew Sagar Mahārāj from a little boy. My brother was connected to him. I came in. My brother wanted to come and see Sagar Mahārāj. Of course, I wanted to come too, but I had to have a reason. And it wasn't my brother. So he wanted to come and see Sagar Mahārāj. So he came and saw Sagar Mahārāj, and I came with him. Of course, my friends were all here too at the same time, egging me on. Anyway, when I saw Mahārāj, I walked into the room. There he was. I couldn't believe the feeling that I had through me. It was like my father, my real father had arrived. And I cried my eyes out. I went home to my wife and cried my eyes out to her and said, look, I want to come, I want to see, I want to connect here. I want some connection here. Mohan, what happened?
Well, you came along, you brought the whole family. It was a mob.
The whole family. So anyway, I said to my wife, look, but I had to go back and ask Govinda Mahārāj if he will initiate me. That was really hard. But anyway, I went back and we're all talking. It was all good. And then Mohan says, haven't you got something to ask him? Yeah, I know, right? And he said to me, please come in the morning at 9 o'clock. There was other things involved as well, but I won't go there. But, you know, he just said, come in the morning at 9 o'clock. And I went home to my wife and says, look, I'm going at 9 o'clock to take shelter here. And she said, well, I'm coming too. And all the children said, and we're coming too. So they came. Oh. So they came. Everyone came. And I think on that day, we all got initiated. Śrīla Bhakti, Sundar, Govinda, Dev-Goswāmī, Mahārāj. And from that day on, my life has just bloomed from where I was. One lost soul. Now finding my way a little. Jai Guru Dev. That's it.
Jai, wonderful Śrīla Gurudev ki Jai. And wonderful Śrīla Gurudev's family ki Jai.
Oh, we got family of the year twice.
That's right.
Family of the year twice in India.
Yeah. The whole mob went there, man.
We took 7 children and me and Simanasi.
Jai.
Can you come closer?
Neela Moy. No, she's the same as Parananda. They don't talk in public. They only do service. They don't. They're a special breed, Mahārāj. Very special breed.
And one more thing, Mahārāj. It was through your blessing and your mercy that I'm actually here.
Didi.
That I don't understand, but if you have any good wishes for me, then that's my good fortune.
100%.
Oh, Jaya Lalita Devi is here, Mahārāj.
Oh, wonderful.
Subjects.
Yeah. Is this happening now?
Yes.
I thought it was a video.
So here is Jai Lalita Devi Dasi. We introduce you to the world, Jai Lalita Devi, because Gurudev gave really special affection and attention to Jai Lalita Devi. She rendered secretarial service to Śrīla Gurudev from many years ago, and she's definitely Gurudev's close family, so she can share something with us all about the nature of Gurudev, because so many didn't meet him, and those who did, everyone has their own particular rasa, relationship with Gurudev. Jai Lalita Devi, so happy that you're there at the Dham this special day.
Thank you, Mahārāj. It's so wonderful to see you. It's just a little surreal, like seeing you there. We're really talking. Yeah, look, what can I say? You know, I think the mercy that yourself, your holy self, and Govinda Mahārāj paid towards me is just a sign of, you know, for the most fallen person to be given such mercy is amazing and miraculous. It's absolutely miraculous, you know. So I'm a very fallen soul, but I can never forget the mercy that yourself and Govinda Mahārāj showed me. I was quite young when I went to the temple and I still don't know much, but it didn't matter because I was thinking, didn't realize I'd be put on the spot quite like this, but I thought if I was
Okay.
going to say something, I have got no qualification, as you know, and but I thought about what sometimes people say is you don't always remember what someone says, but you remember how they made you feel. And with Śrīla Govinda Mahārāj always felt such affection, and he was also giving so much strength, you know, like made me feel as though I could maybe be a devotee. I still only feel like I'm an aspiring devotee, and it's so wonderful to have the association of true devotees. So that's why I'm coming here today to show my respect and hopefully absorb your mercy and your love. And I've been watching your back to Bhakti.
Back to basics. That's where we are now.
That's me. Yeah, back to I can't even say that. And it's just really wonderful to be here today. And I suppose I do think about the walks that I had. Sometime I was so fortunate to walk around the temple with Mahārāj and Govinda Mahārāj, and mostly I really didn't understand what he was saying, but it didn't matter because just to be in his association, to be in that golden orb of love, is just something you can never forget, really, if you've been touched. And it's something very difficult to explain to people, really, I think, because there is really nothing like that in this world. It's really an otherworldly experience, and you can't, I'm not very good at trying to justify it, explain it. Maybe the reflection is something they're saying. But thank you so much for having me. Perhaps we should have someone more qualified to speak. Unless there's any questions, Mahārāj, or not anything technical, but
I can just say beautifully expressed. And this is actually the point. Gurudev's appearance in the world, he has his own nature. Gurudev told, everybody knows I am 100% Śrīla Guru Mahārāj's man. I'm fully his disciple. But I am also my own man. I am Govinda, Guru Maharaj's dog, and I am Govinda Mahārāj. And he also said, in some ways, I am more like Śrīla Prabhupada than Śrīla Guru Mahārāj. And in that way of reaching out to, or not just reaching out, but just automatically being able to relate to the fallen souls in the world, means all of us in the Western world who, by actual Vedic standard and Brahminical standard, we are uncivilized, if you like. But Gurudev didn't notice anything about that side of the Western world. He saw only the devotional heart, and he was able to digest all the other things that take place in the world. And he made Krishna consciousness of the deepest degree, which means coming from Guru Maharaj and Guru Maharaj and Śrīla Prabhupada. He made that fully accessible. So Śrīla Guru Maharaj, Śrīla Prabhupada, and himself, he's like three persons in one. And he was really the relatable, so relatable that we forget this grandness aspect, which, we know it's Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha relationship with the Lord is that of grandness and greatness. And the Vrindavan relationship with the Lord is that of sweetness. We know Krishna's grand and everything else is the origin of so many forms of himself, grand forms of himself that make the universes. But Krishna in Vrindavan, it's sweetness, sweetness, sweetness. We hear this from Gurudev all the time. We hear it from Guru Maharaj all the time. We hear it from Śrīla Prabhupada all the time. Read the purports, and he's also giving this mood that Guru Maharaj and Gurudev are giving. From there, sweetness, sweetness, sweetness. And that was our relationship with Gurudev. We know he's great. We know he's grand. But his sweetness and his affection and his chastisement with affection, his direction with affection, acceptance with affection. So, Jai Lalita, beautifully expressed, and please give our respects to Rob, and, you know, with all good wishes for the new year for everybody. But happily having, I know we put you on the spot a little bit, but happily having you here with us and seeing you there in the Dham. So beautiful.
Thank you. Yes, my husband Rob is sending his respects as well and obeisances.
Jai. Take
It's
him
very good.
take some prasadam home for him from the feast.
I will. Very good to see you, Mahārāj. Dandavats.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat. And you have a temple room full of devotees, and I'm happy to see you've got chairs, because so many devotees are getting a little older. Well, practical application is to have chairs for the devotees. You see, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is always very practical. And so he also making arrangement for suitable sitting places, suitable food even for certain section of guests, etc. But here we are, and I'm happy to see you're able to gather together comfortably with the devotees, everyone there. So to those who have joined us, I am on a small screen due to some technical difficulty, which I haven't quite worked out with the computer. So it's a little difficult for me to see everyone who's here. But to all of the devotees who've joined, are now back to basics. The very basis of our spiritual life is having connection with the pure devotees. And that's not just a word you add to anyone's name. A pure devotee is somebody who's coming from the upper plane to this world. Yes, can be a pure devotee, actually pure from this plane going upwards. But when we can come across that standard of devotee who's got 2 feet in the upper world, and they're coming to this world in order to rescue the fallen souls, in order to show what is devotion, in order to distribute what is devotion, then when we have this opportunity, this is the very basis of the greatest fortune. And everywhere it says that sadhu sanga is the prime necessity. Sadhu sanga is the most important thing for the success of our spiritual life. And we are all getting sadhu sanga through the association of the parampara, the line coming from Rupa Goswāmī, by the wish, by the empowerment and wish of Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Through Rupa Goswāmī, these great exalted names, Rupa Goswāmī through to the present day. And Srila Gurudev says of Srila Guru Mahārāj that now people consider him as as a man, as a person of this world. But in future they will understand how great is Guru Mahārāj and his contribution to the Sampradaya. As we are saying of Rupa Goswāmī, Sanatana Goswāmī, Jiva Goswāmī, Raghunath Das Goswāmī, Raghunath Bhatta Goswāmī, Sri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Sri Jiva, Gopal Bhatta Goswāmī. But and with so many of the greats, Vishwanath Chakravarti, Baladev Vidyabhus, and so many greats in the Sampradaya, coming to Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. But Srila Guru Maharaj's contribution, so substantial and so great that Srila Gurudev said, now people consider him as like ordinary person and maybe intelligent, maybe so many things. But in the future, they will come to understand his position there. And we feel this very much about Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Mahārāj. And Mahaprabhu, he showed devotional service and he distributed it. And for the world, we have seen devotional service in Srila Govinda Mahārāj. Natural, affectionate, unpretentious, open book, open heart, devotional service. And that example of affection, of the dealings which we see and read about in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, look at all those affectionate dealings which take place between Mahaprabhu and the devotees, and between the devotees that are described in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, full of affection everywhere. And so in Gurudev we have that living example, this affectionate dealings in devotional service. And this is our super fortune. And Hari Mohan Prabhu very beautifully also expressed this like difference out of time, place, and circumstance, but the difference of nature of Gurudev, or with the relationship of the devotees, or how devotees are also dealing with him, treating him, interacting with him. That it was one of affection primarily, and grandeur there, no doubt. So this is back to basics. And I know there are so many of you that are here on the Zoom and on Facebook and in the recorded version. And we are fortunate to be able to start our day, to start the world's day, when we consider that the timeline is somewhere in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And so the first place in Australia that the sun hits is Mount Warning, and Yukai is at the foot of Mount Warning, and Govinda Dham is there just beside Yukai, where the sun first hits Australia, and in many ways first hits the, I better be careful because there's New Zealand and Fiji out there somewhere too, but first hits the large continents, okay, we can say that, of the world. And so we're able to join today in their program. Are you still there, Australia? Oh dear. Is anybody there? Must be. The thing is,
Yes.
We are all here, Mahārāj. We were muted.
Hare Krishna.
yes, so please invite another good soul to share something kindly. As I say, this day really is, it's Gurudev's disciples' day and Gurudev's family day. So I don't know if we can be so audacious to say we are part of his family, but we've seen his family. So I suppose we're a little audacious to slip in a few words now and again. So Sumangala Devarasi, let us introduce us to someone who may like to speak also. Devotees coming forward. My screen really is small. You have to be the MC. And I don't hear any sound. I think you have to turn on the microphone perhaps. This is Priya Bhakta Prabhu, yes? But no sound. No sound. We did hear when I said is Australia, so a little sound came.
He's coming forward. He's now full-time Pūjā.
Yeah.
Can anyone hear?
Can anyone hear us?
Yes, we can hear you, Prabhu.
Yes. Okay, sweet. So a memory I have when Gurudev was sitting on the veranda here at Sri Govinda Dham, and I think it was Murali Dar had just come from New Zealand or somewhere, and they were having a conversation. There was no one else on the veranda. I hadn't been initiated yet, and I was just looking at Gurudev, and within my heart I thought, all you want is our love and affection. And then he immediately stopped the conversation and then just looked directly at me, put his hand up in blessing, and then just went back to the conversation. And I went, oh, you're Gurudev, like that's it. Yeah, I'm yours. So it was always, just for me, it was always that Gurudev in his humility, just always teaching, just be humble, be respectful, and give honor, just be kind. And so I'm trying to practice that, and hopefully that will one day please Gurudev. But Gurudev is so beautiful, and Gurudev is fully here. Like when Gurudev actually left, I didn't want to see him leave. So So for me, it was just he just withdrew back. So I never saw Gurudev leave. And it's so evident, like, as you said earlier, every atom of this place has been made by the beautiful devotees of all the senior Vaishnavas behind us here. It's because of their blood, their sweat and their money that souls like myself are able to come here and do some service to Śrīla Gurudev. So we're forever grateful to the senior Vaishnavas for that opportunity. It is just such a beautiful blessing to have their association. And also, I love how Gurudev also taught that respect of your etiquette of your senior Vaishnavas, and to always have that in the forefront. Anyway, Jai Gurudev is so beautiful, and may all the devotees look at this insignificant soul and send me some blessings. So I pray for that. Jai Madhusudan Raj, Jai Śrīla Gurudev Ki Jai.
You have a world of devotees sending their blessings, good wishes, Vaishnava good wishes to you, Priya Bhakti Prabhu. And all of you there, you're setting the scene for the day.
Madhuranan
Yes.
Prabhu is here.
Madhuranan Prabhu.
Madhuranan.
Yes.
My mother is also here, but she's too shy to speak.
Okay, Sri Mam, we're happy to know that you're participating. Gurudev will be very happy.
Madhuranan is here. Premadas.
The big fella.
Driver is here also. Come.
You need to come.
You want to? Can you come sit down?
David Nunn is in the kitchen as well, of course.
Gurudev, come say.
Madhuranan is here.
Come share some of your love in your heart with Gurudev.
And
So,
Krishna Prema also here.
things are happening.
Suri, Shakti. Can you hear us, Mahārāj? What's happening? We don't have sound.
Yes, we can hear you. I'm just having some technical problems also this side. But we can hear you, yes, clearly.
Good to see you, Madhusudan Maharaj. Good to see you.
Trying to get Gurudev.
Very good to see you, Madhuranan Prabhu, and to remember your service and service mood and capacity. You're a big man with big capacity.
Hopefully I don't have a big false ego either.
You have a big heart, Prabhu.
Well, hopefully. Good to see you. What can I say with Govinda Mahārāj? What a mystical, amazing personality, and he keeps constantly having an influence in our lives. Sometimes subtly, sometimes not so subtly. More often subtly. He's working on us all, I feel. It's good to see you on such a day.
Prabhu, very good to see you, and also very good that the world sees you and sees more and more of our wonderful family. And we have this opportunity to see the devotees first as we wake up in the morning. We're seeing first the devotees in Australia. And you are carrying really like the flagship for the celebrations of Gurudev's Vyāsa Pūjā today. And so we have a temple full of hearts. And Madhurananda Prabhu's heart is a very big heart. We know it. And affectionate to his family, affectionate to the devotees. And he's a gardener too. He's affectionate with all of the plants and vegetables. Jai Madhurananda Prabhu. Dandavat. Mohanananda Prabhu.
Yes, Mahārāj, at your service.
Please, I know you're never short of a few words, and not only are you not short of a few words, then you're not short of experience in the living life of association of Srila Gurudev. So please do share something, and maybe some things that devotees don't know about Gurudev or about his nature, something that only you can share. Mohanananda Prabhu.
Mahārāj, I think I've had plenty of opportunities to talk, but I have some devotees here. Devananda Prabhu and his beautiful family are here. The whole family is here, Mahārāj. We should hear something from Dave and also from
Please, yes.
a whole lot here. This is a wonderful, lovely gathering. So can we hear something? Devananda Prabhu, please come.
You really want me to say something?
Yes, come, Prabhu. Come on. Here's your opportunity to speak about Gurudev.
Definitely, yes. Definitely, Om.
Dandavat Mahārāj.
Dandavat Pranam, Devananda Prabhu.
Yeah, lovely to see you, Mahārāj. Very
Prabhu.
small crowd today. Very small crowd here today, Mahārāj.
So far, it may get bigger and bigger. Srila Gurudev told that at our festivals we have a very heavy tail. Means so many come for the festival, and then so many more then they are coming as the festival like draws on. So with your prasadam, I can guess you're probably in the kitchen. The very famous prasad, the cookings, the offerings of Devananda Prabhu. With your prasad, I'm sure they'll all be coming. Prabhu, would you like to share just a few words? It really is Gurudev's Devotees' Day, Disciples' Day. And Prabhu, you've been a disciple for so many years, a devotee, since you were born. So please, just a few words from you.
Yes, Mahārāj. I'm actually wondering, how is it possible that there can be a line drawn in the sand by the elders of this community that does not allow disciples of Govinda Mahārāj to come here on Śrīla Govinda Mahārāj's Vyāsa Pūjā day? How does that division apply? How is that possible? How is that allowed?
Well, I don't know, but if it's a line drawn in sand, that can be washed away very quickly, can't it?
Well, that would be very nice. That would be very nice, because actually the line in the sand has made the disciples of Śrīla Govinda Mahārāj that have served here for a very long time extremely uncomfortable. And I don't feel there's any right for that line to be drawn. So Mahārāj, I humbly give my Dandavat Pranams to all of you, but I'm not happy at this occasion, sadly, because there's been an enormous division made in our community. And we're being asked now to pretend it doesn't exist. So I'm very
dear. Anyhow, the journey can be a rocky journey, we know, and so this is something which has to be sorted out, locally, but worldwide, especially today on Gurudev's Vyāsa Pūjā. Then we pray for the unity of why we are all here, which is to focus on Sri Guru and his grace. So we appreciate you expressing your heart, Devananda Prabhu, and please chant Hare Krishna together and be happy. This is the remedy for everything ultimately.
Dandavat Mahārāj. That was a perfect example of how Gurudev's heart was open to everybody. He never discriminated against anyone with a different opinion to his. He welcomed everybody. And because today is Srila Gurudev's appearance day, everyone is welcome and everyone is welcome to feel how they feel. And hopefully the association of the devotees and good heart, love that we can all provide will change their hearts and make them feel like they are welcome. Because we all love Devananda Prabhu. You know that. He's always been here since the first time we had the place, and he's been cooking non-stop with also now with Madhura Priya also there. And actually there's a whole team in the kitchen that you can't see. They're all too shy to come out and share their love and affection. Prema Das is there. Tarun, is Tarun there? Sadhu Priya is there. And a whole host of people are in the kitchen cooking. Who else? Kapan Krishna is also there. There's a whole host of people that are there, and we don't have the mechanics to get the machine in there to show them all. But everybody is here working together and trying to manifest that love that Srila Gurudev had that was special. We're talking about Gurudev. We're not talking about Guru Maharaj. We're talking about Gurudev. His heart was open to everybody. There was not a single person that he wouldn't bring under his umbrella. Sure, some people want to have their own raincoats. He allowed for that. But everybody is inside the umbrella. And it's a wonderful time. And we're kicking it off from here soon. We're going to have Aarti, and then we're going to have Prashad, and we're going to have a hell of a time, as we do every year. And in a few days' time, we're going to have another big celebration because we're going to be honoring Mahaprabhu's appearance day. With that, I want to ask some of the other devotees down here to say a few words, like also hiding away, Abhinava Prabhu and Kelly Kadamba, who's been here all morning and all night doing some service. May say something, Abhi Prabhu.
Abhinava Sundar Prabhu and Kelly Kadamba always prominent in service, but back pushing in nature. We've heard that nature from another person we know, our Śrīla Guru Mahārāj, saying, I'm back pushing, man, keeping in the background as far as possible. Abhinava Sundar Prabhu, please come in. We can see the top of your head, or I can only see the top of your head.
That's enough,
Let's see your heart as well as your head.
Right. Well, it's always a good day when we're talking about Srila Gurudev to remember Mother Śrīla Mahārāj and his ability to always connect everyone with Srila Gurudev, even if they can't connect directly. Not can't, but, I was always very shy to go to Gurudev's veranda in Navadip. I wasn't here when Gurudev came to Australia, but being in Navadip, I was always very shy to go to Gurudev's veranda, but you always gave me some service to do, so I would have some opportunity to go up there and play with electrical things and that sort of thing. So then I'm getting some curious looks from Gurudev from time to time as I'm doing strange things with electrical things up on his veranda. So that was always my pleasure and my good fortune to have some seva to Gurudev. But, I guess Gurudev's heart you could feel it throughout the entire mott. The whole temple in Navadip, it was so charged with Gurudev's heart. And wherever you went, it was, like they say, Krishna is everywhere. Everything is animated by Krishna's power, whether it's, Tatastha Shakti or, Maya Shakti. It's all Krishna's Shakti that's manifest. Everything's being animated by the Lord's power. And in Navadip, it felt like it was all Gurudev's energy that was maintaining everything. And we were just trying to be engaged or utilized by his energy to somehow be engaged, do something in his service to Guru Mahārāj. Because that's, as we watched a video earlier and Gurudev was happily, it was actually a video from when Gurudev was here, and he was happily remembering it and commenting on him being a fanatic of Guru Mahārāj and how he, that word can have a negative connotation, but he took so much pleasure in saying, yes, I'm a fanatic of Guru Mahārāj. So everything of Śrīla Govinda Mahārāj was Guru Mahārāj. He didn't know anything else. It was 100% Guru Mahārāj. And he would say that to everyone. Anyone who is doing any service, he said, you will get benefit because I know who is my Guru, and you are coming to do some seva for my Guru, then you are going to get much benefit. And you could clearly feel that when you do anything, even something small, when you're in Navadip, and also Sri Govinda Dham, because Gurudev came here, this place is manifest from his heart. And Mahaprabhu that's that he installed here. I know other people were there when Mahaprabhu, I think Mohan, when Mahaprabhu was being, manifest in Navadip, then Gurudev would go every day and he would talk to the Murtiwala and make slight little adjustments, and he mentioned that, and he's probably mentioned this about other Mahaprabhu deities, I'm sure, that the most beautiful Mahaprabhu deity in the world is in Sri Govinda. So then that's an expression of Srila Govinda Maharaj's heart, the way that he wants the best for everyone, and he's trying to, with all of his heart, to distribute that mercy that's coming through Guru Maharaj to anyone and everyone. So, we are happily here trying to catch the flow of that mercy, because it's ever present, and whether we can catch it or not, that's up to us as individual personalities, because we all have that opportunity. I remember reading recently, Guru Maharaj was saying about initiation to the Guru. Then you have to follow the Guru's instruction, and the initiation means a recommendation only. It's not, you're not destined, you're not definitely going to anywhere if you are not going to participate and follow the Guru's instruction. But if you're following the Guru's instruction and the Guru is perfect, then the result will come 100%. So we're trying to stay under the shelter of those instructions and follow and try to practice Gurudev's famous term that he used to always say of Mahaprabhu: humility, tolerance, giving honor to others. And that was Gurudev's mantra. And that's how we have to try to live our lives, in trying to follow those principles, and remember every day that humility, tolerance, giving honor to others. That somehow, if we can manage to maintain that mood, then we can make some small progress in our lives. Anyway.
Jai. And now Gurudev must be happy that we've got this quote of his mentioned, because we really can't have a Vyāsa Pūjā of Gurudev or remembrance of him without remembering Srinadapi Sunichena Tarori Vasa Hishnuna Amanina Manadina Chaitanya Saraharihi. And we must always think what Gurudev wants. And Gurudev, he's always looking to see the good qualities in others, and always he's unhappy with criticism of others. He's always happy when the devotees are praised. I mean, the things which make him happy, the things which make him unhappy. When we can understand that, we'll always try to do the things that make him happy. So our life is a life to try to make our initiation, what we started, to make that successful. So beautiful things, Abhinava Sundar Prabhu, much appreciated. And by the way, dear devotees all over the world, we have a surprise guest. I can't say guest, a surprise family member who has come to our family here in Vila Govinda Ashram. And it's Paramananda Prabhu. And we're both sitting in the dark outside. It's now 4 o'clock in the morning. But we just take this last opportunity from Paramananda, a few words, because we're running a little over time, but it's an extra day, so we can have a little extra addition on this extra day. So Paramananda will come, mysteriously joined us outside here in Vila Govinda Ashram. Prabhu, a few words to everybody. We're in Govinda Dham. We're starting our day there because they're beginning. But many, many devotees with us, Prabhu.
Well, I was happily in the bed, and then I heard the sounds of Veena. Maharaj is like Narada Muni.
Not too loud. You wake up the whole
village. Yeah, okay. We're not going to wake up everyone else. He's going everywhere. I thought I'm on BBBC, then I'm seeing our Aussie family members, a full room of them. I'm realizing we're in Australia.
No, this is a full room. Yes,
it
this is all.
Oh, it's the
This-
BBBC.
It is BBBC,
All
but
right.
we started in
Anyhow,
Australia. By
wonderful
that.
to see everyone.
We were invited there.
Wonderful to see everybody. Well, somehow mysteriously I end up here, happily end up here. It was my dream for many years to come and be here. It's one of the most favorite places for Srila Govinda Mahārāj, and beautiful samadhi manifested here later. So it feels like he's eternally present here. And amongst so many other things that we received from Srila Govinda Mahārāj is our family. And really, I'm so happy to start the day from seeing our God brothers and God sisters. And we shouldn't worry about anything else. Today is a very special day, and will be a tidal wave of love and affection rolling throughout the whole world. So whatever lines are drawn on the sand will disappear. In fact, everything will disappear. We just need to let that tidal wave to roll over our hearts, and everything will be fine. Anyhow, Mahārāj, it's the conclusion of the BBBC. And we'll continue with glorifications later.
Right, all over the world we'll continue later, and we do have devotees with us, like from all over the world. So for some, it is yesterday for us. I mean, some it is still the Adivas day, the day before. But for all devotees, then without guru, without a rudder on our ship, then our life is just going without proper direction. We just launch off into the ocean, and we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know the dangers. We don't know the currents. We don't know the wild animals that are waiting to eat us up. But if we can cross the ocean with the not only the assistance, with the essential navigation of the guardian, of the captain of the ship, then we will be safe and sound. And Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj, and Srila Prabhupada have given us that. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has given us that. And all this is the grace of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So this is the age of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And we've got in Chaitanya Charitamrita so much example of Vaishnava etiquette, and so much example of the holy name, so much example of all kinds of aspects of devotion. So now let us all try our best. Try to know what pleases our masters, what pleases the Lord, and let us follow that happily. Chant Hare Krishna, honor Prasadam, dance, hear the words Hare Katha, Hare Kirtan, and Prasadam. So Australia is going to beat us all to it for having a feast in honor of Gurudev. And Srila Gurudev too, then he will be looking in the kitchen. He did say, after I disappear, I'm going to look in the kitchens and see what the devotees are making for me. So we can consider that for his Vyāsa Pūjā also, that he'll be looking to see what the devotees are making.
They'll have to try hard, Mahārāj, to beat Italians. And then SoCal Ashram? I don't think so.
To beat the Australians too, my goodness. There's a lot of competition. All right, dear ones, on a chilly morning in Vila Govinda, just near Govinda Dham and just near Govinda Farm and just near Govinda Land, which is in Ukraine, all are close together because we're all sitting in the warmth of the effulgence of Srila Gurudev, his personality, and remembering him today. So please excuse that here, due to some unknown technical problem, we're not able to be on the computer, so I'm not able to see everybody all the way through.
Govinda Farm is there.
Govinda Farm is there.
Yes,
Okay.
they are also celebrating Vyāsa Pūjā.
Of course, everyone is celebrating Vyāsa Pūjā. They're 6 hours ahead.
Dandavas Gurudev, Dandavas Paramananda Prabhu. We are here celebrating this big day. We have the most special, one of the most special disciples. Krishna Priya Deity is here with us, Ram Sundar, Advitya. Now it's time we are going to cook something special for Srila Gurudev. We're going to have a really great day in remembrance. And yeah, that's it. Want to say something?
Jai.
Jai.
Okay. And we want to, okay, we are seeing you. Okay. Now we're going through, oh, so many devotees. Wonderful. Dear ones everywhere, please excuse our lighting arrangement and all other things, or our non-lighting arrangement and all other things. We started our day in Govinda Dham. Let Govinda Dham continue with their programs, and let us all continue with our various programs around the world. For some of you, it means taking rest so that you'll be able to start tomorrow and your Vyāsa Pūjā day fresh. And for the rest of us, then be starting our day and continuing in the Krishna conscious way in remembrance of Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. So Jai Sri Govinda Dham ki Jai, all the worldwide one umbrella of Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Mahārāj. Stay safe under this umbrella that they have made for us. So the umbrella of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math of Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Mahārāj ki Jai. And wonderful Srila Gurudev Om Vishnupad, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki Jai. Srila Gurudev Sri Vyāsa Pūjā ki Jai. And Jai Srila Guru Mahārāj, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sri Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki Jai. And to all the devotees, Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda, the unlimited numbers of devotees of Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. From Vila Govinda Ashram.
Jai Śrīla Bhakti Madhusūdana Mahārāj ki Jai.
Jai. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful feast. Dandavad.